Hello. Welcome. Happy Thursday?
Yep.
Thursday. Happy Thursday. Welcome. I'm excited because after this live, I get to go do a voiceover. Well, that's not what I'm excited about. Then I get to pack, and then I get to see some crafty friends tonight. I get to see Gina, I get to see Kathy and Sika and Kelly Marie and lots of people.
I think a different Kathy's in the chat.
Oh, Kathy Zilski's here. Kathy, I wish you were coming. Welcome, welcome. Karen, favorite restaurants at Disney. Hi, Rachel. Favorite restaurants at Disney. Sci-Fi at Hollywood Studios. Liberty Tree Tavern at Magic Kingdom. Cake Bake Shop Restaurant in the Boardwalk Hotel. Those are my favorites. Welcome. I'm glad you're all here. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so we're going to play for a bit. I'm going to share some information probably at the beginning and the end of the live and create in the middle. I'm glad you're all here. Thanks for being here. I went back and forth on when the live was starting. Sika's here. Sika, I get to hug you soon. And Brianne is here. I get to hug her soon too. Sika, as soon as this is over, I'm packing up. Okay, so I'm going to start by sharing some information about something I wanted you to know. Then I'll get into making hopefully 2 cards, and then hopefully I have time to share even more. So a little bit of everywhere. A little bit of everywhere. The products I'm playing with today are fun, and I want to show 2 different techniques for creating movement on your cards. One of them I know will work. The other one, we're going to see. We're going to see. And if it doesn't work today, because I haven't been able to play around with it yet, we're going to experiment together. If it doesn't work, I can figure it out off screen and shoot a video.
It could be my fault.
It'll be Mike's fault. I purchased better precision. Vicky, I would check with Spellbinders about that. Hello, who's here from Concord and 9th? Is it Lindsay? Is Lindsay here? Oh, happy birthday. Whose birthday? It just went by too fast. Whose birthday? Kenshi, thank you. Happy birthday. I'm glad you're here today. Hello, welcome. Okay, let's play. Let's play. First of all, so I'm using Concord and 9th today. They had a release a couple weeks ago, and maybe a week ago, and I'm just now getting around to using it, and they had a little bundle in there. There's actually 2 bundles that I really like. One I'm going to use today, the other I'm going to use on a crafty weekend this weekend. So I'll be able to show you those examples in a bit, maybe next week. Before we get started talking about Concord and 9th, with the products I'm using now, I did want to mention that just now, let me make sure it's up. Just now at 2 o'clock, let me make sure. Mike, is it up? The retreat? Let me make sure, because I went live right when it happened. I think it's up.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So just now at 2 o'clock, Concord and 9th opened registration for their winter retreat. So Disney was great, thank you. They have had a summer camp for many years. If you've been in my lives with Greg before, you've seen some of the funny clips that we had in some of those summer camps. They now have winter retreat, which happens in January or February each year. And it's like a small summer camp. It's like you're going, to a ski lodge and crafting for the weekend. I believe it is 2 days this time, or 1 day maybe.
It's January 31st to the 1st.
Okay, so 2 days. So it's January 31st to February 1st. Yes. And the nice thing about it is you can go back and watch it anytime. Is it Greg? Who? Is it Greg or Lindsay? I see everybody saying hi to Greg. Greg was going to go live with me, but I don't have my act together. So I said it's probably best not to, because I don't want to take both of us down. So, okay, so anyways, I'm not explaining well. Winter retreat is happening in the end of January. And Concord and 9th events are very unique and different. It's 3 days. It's 3 days. Shows you what I know. Who is it here from? Anyway. Oh, okay. So anyway, Concord and Ninth events are a little bit different because the teachers all get together at the Concord and Ninth office and they teach live from there. And what that does is it creates like this camaraderie between teachers and we get to work together. Greg is a host and I'm the co-host. So like when Laura Bassin is teaching, like I'll be sitting with her and we'll be bouncing ideas off of each other. And it really works out well. Another thing Concord and Ninth is really good about with their retreats is they teach a little different. You first watch a pre-recorded video of the card being made. And everybody watches it together. Then you come live and repeat the process. So you really get a lot of time to make sure you get the card just right and the techniques just right, which I think is really cool. They also have a lot of fun events like games and stuff with all the teachers being there together and people, you know, online who sign up can play online, and it is by far the most fun event. Now there's a product bundle, so you can use the exact same things as the teachers, and it always is popular. So this is the winter retreat that the registration opens for today. Summer camp will be in June, but the winter retreat is great. I have some images I wanted to share. Mike, you got some images from the retreat?
Yep.
Greg sent these over to us. I haven't seen them yet because Greg's just sent them. So it's the Winter Retreat 2026. And the dates are, there you go, January 30th through February 1st. So it's a 3-day event. Kathy said, best virtual event retreat, by far my favorite. So there are 6 classes, and I'll show you the teachers in a moment. You have exclusive products. The kit is filled with supplies to create 12 projects. There are games and such. There's a crafty hour with me. So I will be hosting along with Greg, but I will also have an hour-long class where I mix things all together so you can use things creatively. Next image. So all of the information's over there. There's an early bird pricing right now through November 3rd. If you go down in my supply list, right at the top of the supply list is a link so you can find more information for it. And remember, if you're not available that day, you can always watch the replays. So the co-hosts are Greg and I, and we usually have some shenanigans in store. And then the instructors are Laura Bassin, JC Gaspar. If you've never taken a class from JC, that man can teach. And then Christina Werner. So it's a great crew, a lot of variety in the styles there and techniques shown. So I just wanted to mention this. What is the lodge? The lodge is like where we play games. We just pretend to get together and play games. All right, are there any peaks? I think Mike has a peak.
Yeah.
Yeah, the products are always fun. The products are exclusive. So here's some kit sneak peeks. So even though it's a winter retreat, it's not winter-themed stuff. You can see, no gross sandwiches, Cindy, you're right. You can see there's a good variety of things there. Always something clever, and the teachers always do, even more, do a great job really explaining different ways to use it. I like what you see there in the bottom left where it says thank you. Can't wait to use that. So a nice variety. There's some stuff in there that would work for really feminine cards, really masculine cards, whatever you are looking to do. So I just wanted to let you know because registration just opened for that, and it's at the top of my YouTube description. Is Kathy Zilski not in there? Kathy's not teaching? Kathy, let me text her.
Was she trouble last time?
Sometimes she's trouble. But I'm sure she'll be popping in. I gotta bug her. I don't know if she's here. I have not announced the winners from the comments from last week's live. We will do that after this class. Mike will pick a winner from the comments. Okay, good. So I just wanted to let you know, it's right at the top of the YouTube description. Winter retreat, lots of information there. If you've never done one, it is fantastic. And anybody who's been here, let everybody know what you think. Hi, Libby. Hi, Dana. I get to see Dana soon, too. Okay, so yeah, Kathy will be part of it in some way to do something silly. That's what she said. Okay. She's fun trouble. She is fun trouble. So I just wanted to let you know because that is a very unique event and one that I highly, highly, highly recommend. Okay? Okay, so information is in the description. And Greg is here. Okay, Greg said he will eat a gross sandwich. If you all come to winter retreat, he will eat a gross sandwich. Anybody who was in one of the earlier summer camps, Greg flew to my house to film some beginning scenes. We were pretending to go camping, and he made a sandwich with Cincinnati chili, cheese whiz, Funyuns, and applesauce. And it was the most disgusting thing, and he ate it.
Nothing fun about that Funyun.
Yeah, there was nothing fun about that Funyun. I would not take a bite of it. I was afraid I'd get sick, but... Winter Retreat Buddy Pass. I don't have a whole lot of information on Winter Retreat Buddy Pass. Greg is here in the comments if you want to ask him. But there's some sort of Buddy Pass that if you have a friend sign up to, you save on that. So if you go to the registration page, there is information there on that. Another thing that I wanted to mention is Concord and 9th also just launched their newest adventure, and it is called Crafted by Concord and 9th. This does not replace Concord and 9th as it is. It's a second venture that they're kind of doing in addition, and it's to make more like DIY crafty things. The cool thing about Crafted with Concord and 9th is they have a thing where you can do gathering kits, where instead of just getting one kit, you can get multiples, and then everything you need is in there, like the basic stuff. You don't need a die cut machine or whatever. And then you can have friends over and you make a craft together. I think it's fantastic, or you can give it as a gift. So Mike just put Crafted by Concord and 9th in the chat. Mike, do you have like a main couple images from Crafted? I got my Crafted box today or earlier, and I have it to open, but I don't know if I'll have time to get to it at the end. You can see these projects here. These are good size projects. Like those trees are really big, and all of the pieces are already cut. So it's all about putting it together in a creative way. And you can see the different projects. So I encourage you to go look at Crafted. I have a link for that in the top of my YouTube description below. So I'm hoping to do a video or a live putting some of these together. I just really wanted to make a card today. So look for that in the future, but the Crafted information is in the description below. And I think it would be great to give like a little box, like the trees there. You could give that as a gift, like a teacher gift or whatever, and then they can easily put it together. Michael, it was not planned, but thank you. All right. Okay. Yeah. So Crafted by Concord and 9th is non-card stuff, other crafty things. So I encourage you just to look. It's fun. It's fun. Okay. Now that I got that out of the way.
Yeah, it's on a different website.
It's a different.
I put the link in there.
So Crafted is a separate thing with Concord and 9th. It's not replacing Concord and 9th at all. It's just another thing that they're doing. And there's a link below in the YouTube description. It's really cool. I'm glad that they're trying new things. Right now, you know, the industry's tough, and I think it's great to see these companies seeing ways to expand their business.
Yep.
Okay. Lindsay said they walk on the Crafted website. There's tutorials. I believe there's videos, and it goes through step by step. So it's easy to follow. Even beginners can do it. Ah. Carol gave you a super chat, Mike, for updating
Nice.
ink swatches.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Carol.
Yeah, if I ever get behind on ink swatches or you want something new, let me know.
There you go.
I think there's something for Simon Hurley or something I gotta do. Anyway, there's more coming.
There's more coming. He tries to keep up on those. Quick questions here. Do I edit my own YouTube videos, or do I have an editor help you? I edit everything. Partially stubborn, partially, I think it'd be really hard to have somebody else know like what to cut and put together. So I do it all myself. Let's see if there's anything else. Yeah, I'm glad you're here. If you have any questions about Crafted or the Winter Retreat, you can tag Concord and 9th in the chat and they will help you. But if you go over to the Winter Retreat page that I've linked below, it has a huge description. It also talks about that buddy program where you can save a little money. Your reminder didn't work. Oh no. Where do you normally get your cardstock paper? I get my cardstock from multiple companies. What I've been using mostly lately is Concord and Ninth, Spellbinders, and Altenew. Those are like the ones I'm going to a lot lately. I believe high quality cardstock makes a better card. And if you've ever tried both, you would probably agree. The apron, it's linked in the supply list on the bottom of the YouTube description. Okay, so before I get going, I did want to mention, if you go to the link at the top of my YouTube description that has the word live in it, it'll open up into a new page. At the top is information about the winter retreat, and if you scroll down, there will be thumbnails of everything that I'm talking about today. It makes it easier to find everything. A lot of it is also in the YouTube description below, but it's kind of hard to sift through it. Okay, so let's see. Let's switch down and look at some products to play with today. I'm going to show you some of the things I was considering and then what I plan to do. Okay, so one of the things I was considering doing, and what I'm going to be, I told you I'm going to a craft retreat this weekend, and I'm going to do some crafting there. What I plan to use there is the Concord and Ninth Pretty Peacock stamp set in coordinating dies. There's also a background die that does the details, and then these little dies that come with it that you can add into the pattern. And there's an embossing folder that you can mix and match all these together. This is the Pretty Peacock. Now, this is the pattern Peacock, Pretty Peacock. And there's some great sentiments in here. I like this die here, says "so proud of you." Has everything included to create a fun layered peacock. And the reason I wanted to show you this is a lot of people ask for non-floral things and unique things. This is unique. And I think you could do the background without actually doing the bird too. Mike, I sent you an image of a peacock. Did you get it? Oh, here, I'll just use this. There it is. That's what it looks like assembled. It creates a big peacock that looks nice on the center of an A2 card. Isn't that fun? All right, I'm just looking real quick. Yeah, so I plan to use this weekend, and the technique that I'm doing with other products, I'm gonna do the same thing with this, and I'll share it later so that the tail feathers wiggle. Shake your tail feathers. Yep. A peacock chased Brian at the zoo one day. Oof. He did not like his vibes. They can be that way. I had one at the zoo chase me into the ice cream store, which I thought was a sign that I needed to get Grader's ice cream. All right, so anyways, really cute, a lot of good examples.
You're giving Brian PTSD now.
Probably. How big is the completed? Now there's the stamps, there's the dies, you can use them together or separately. Let's see. Here's how big the completed peacock would be. I mean, it really fills it nicely. You could actually make a shaped card, and then there's little feet you can put on the bottom. All right, so I just wanted to show you that because that's what I'm hoping to play with. Now, I don't know how all these went back on here. Okay, I'm just gonna tape this on here so I don't lose it. Okay, that is what I'm gonna use this weekend. I considered using today, but let me show you what I ended up deciding to use today. I am using the Pet Pals. I don't know what that's it. I have had Skyline ice cream from Grader's, and it's actually pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to use Pet Pals. There are cat people, there are dog people, and the nice thing about this set is you can do both. There are cats and dogs and elements to kind of change up how they look, which I think is fantastic. It's called Pet Pals. There's also a stamp set with lots of sentiments in here. Now, you could use these sentiments with these or generic sentiments. And there is also this paw background die, and I'll show you how that works in a moment. So I'm going to be using these together. On one of my cards I'm going to have a dog carrying a bouquet of flowers, and it'll move. And then on the other card, I'm hoping to have a cat and a dog with balloons in their mouth and have them move too. I'm hoping that that's going to work. And I think what I might do is there is this Cozy Toes stamp set from the last release that creates all these like stockings and stuff. You can create little pattern stockings for the holidays. But in here, I like the wanna hang. I thought that would be fun with the cat and the dog hanging from the balloons, because it kind of goes along with the hang theme. So considering using that sentiment, but honestly, I haven't gotten far enough to think about sentiments just yet. All right. So this is from the October release that came out a couple weeks ago. And I did some prep so that you could, so I could save some time. Sorry, I'm trying to look at these, look at the comments too. I will explain how the dies work. Promise, promise. Hi, Jana. I get to see her too. Okay, so let's start out with a dog and a bouquet of flowers, because why not? Now, I understand there are cat people out there, and you are all wonderful too, so you could do this with a cat instead, okay? I made one dog, and I made one cat. The dog is supposed to look like one of mine, and the cat is supposed to look like one of Christina's, Kevin or Fred. And on the bottom would be Abaco or Foxy. Aren't they cute? So somebody asked how these two dies are slightly different. The one is a little bit bigger. The back one, let me just cut them. It'll be easier to see. Let's make a gray dog. And the cats work the same way. I'll just show you, because I already assembled mine. Yeah, I already assembled mine, so I'll cut some new ones. Good morning, or good afternoon. Welcome, welcome. All right. Yeah, these are so cute. And I'm going to show you some of the details that you can add to it. If you look at the Pet Pals link in the YouTube description, it'll take you to Concord and 9th, and they have tons of examples over there that change up how you can use them. Like, you can change these up so much. And the die set not only includes the cat and the dog, but it includes the stuff to make balloons and a really nice floral bouquet. Can you scroll? Okay, so let me show you here. So one of the dog dies creates this. Let me hold it up. One of the dog dies cuts this, and one cuts this. They look the same, but they're slightly different, okay? So that when you glue one on top of the other, you get a layered look with, like, it shows the paws, like one paw in the back and one ear in the back. So let me hold that up so you can see. See how it creates that look, how easy it is to create that. Okay, now in the die, and the same goes for the cat. I'll go ahead and glue one of the cats together. You just glue the two different die cuts. The dies look the same, but they're not. So you can see how you have some paws in the back and an ear in the back when you do that. All right, so in the die set, you have a die that will create a little bow if you want to put a bow on their collar or on their neck or in their hair. There are stripes to add on the back of the cat, like I did here. There are spots that you can add to the dog or the cat if you wanted to. There are little die cuts to glue on their feet, so if you want to have like white paws, there's those die cuts. There's also the details for the nose and inside of the ears. And there are collars with little tags hanging off. Isn't that crazy how much there is? I love it. I love it. All the details they include. There's a die that adds more another layer of ears. Oh, there's this die that creates a little bandana that you can put around the neck. So lots of different things here. There are also these additional faux stitching paw dies that you can create, like little paws going across a card, and a die that will cut out the die or the paw in the stamp set. There's a heart. There's the balloons. These are the balloon dies here. And then the flower bouquet, which I'm about to put together. Isn't that cool? Lots of things in here. So I'm gonna set my cat and dog aside and next do the floral bouquet.
Can you read this and see? Make sure that their Concord and 9th are seeing that.
Do you have Greg? You've got Greg's number.
Yeah.
Can you text him?
Yeah.
Cindy, I'll check that out. Okay, so let's do the bouquet first. The nice thing is, over on Concord and 9th website, they tell you how to put it together, so it makes it really easy. Can you scroll? So we're gonna glue these two together. I think I'm gonna put this one in the back, the bigger one. And yes, Christina has new kitties. She does. She has Kevin and Fred, and she shares them on Instagram. And I was never a cat person until Christina's cats, and Gina's is great too. So here we have a layered little foliage thing. I did 2 shades of Concord and 9th cardstock. Let me get my Concord and 9th swatches out so I can tell you exactly what colors I used. For the greens, I love to use grasshopper and artichoke together, or you could do avocado and artichoke together. Both work well. So those are the 2 layers that come from the die set. This die layer and this layer. And you could do one if you prefer. Now, there are flowers that go on top of this, and it shows you where to put the flowers. If you look here, you'll see there are little dots. See those little dots at the end of these stems? That's where you put a small circle. Then you've got small flower. Then you've got these bigger dots. That's where you put your bigger flowers. So it kind of gives you a guide on how to put these together. So on top of those little dots, I'm putting liquid adhesive, and you can skip some if you want to. Oops, not the big one. And I have these little flowers that I cut from Wildberry cardstock. Let me move this. And I put a little buttercup dot in the center. All the dies are in here. Notice, look at this. The die cuts all the flowers at once, so you don't have to do 10 million, which I love. See how it's a bunch of them here? And then this guy goes up here. So I'm just putting them right on those little, and look at that. Isn't that cute? Little ones. Isn't that fun? Yeah, it really helps. Then there are some other flowers, and I cut these out of, I'll show you the colors, watermelon for the big flower. Then I used pimento for one of the smaller flowers, and brickyard for another small flower. I really liked the look of these colors together. I thought it was fun. So we have wildberry, pimento, watermelon, brickyard, buttercup, and I thought those looked good together. So I'm using those on both cards. Yeah, it does make it much easier when you can cut multiple flowers at once. Okay, so now let's continue. I'm going to put a big flower on this circle right there. So I'm going to come in with this big mama, and I'm going to tuck it behind. So it's like that. There are a million ways you could put this together, but that's what I'm going to go for, like that. And again, there's an example over on their site. Let's put, not that one there. Let's put this one right here, like that. And then I'm going to put one right here. There we go. Look at that. How easy that was to put together. And again, if you look at their website, they have lots of other examples. So now I'm putting, oops, I moved mine. I'm putting some glue behind some of these flowers now that I know where they're going to be, just to make sure they stay put. There we go. There's my bouquet. Isn't that fun? I don't know. I could have put that behind the flower, but that's what I'm going with. Are the little dots in the flowers in the flower die? No, there is a die that cuts the little dots for the flowers, but I dropped mine and I haven't found it yet. But it's in the set, and it cuts enough of the dots. It's a little line of circles. Okay? And it explains it all on the website. So now, let me put some glue behind that. And I now am going to, this is optional, but for what I'm doing, I think it's helpful. You can see all of these layers back here. I want it to be smooth back here. So I'm putting a little bit of Scotch tape to really just make sure these hold together. And so it's a little bit smoother on the back because we're going to do some movement on this, and I want it to be nice and smooth. Not essential, but every little bit helps. So now that's a little bit smoother. Nobody's going to see the back. It's okay. Isn't that cute? So this right here, you can put on a card base. You could put a little, I have mine kind of going because I wanted, the way I'm designing my card, it's going to be like this. So I wanted it to kind of go whoosh. But if you wanted it to go more straight up and down, you would just glue these together so that like the flowers, you know, go straight up and down. I did mine on an angle. Craft tape. My favorite craft tape is for die cutting is the Easy C tape. It's highlighter tape. I like it because it never tears my cardstock. Then if I need something that holds a little bit better, like while I'm crafting, I need to hold something, you'll see me use it today. This is the Spellbinder's Best Ever craft tape. I like both of them, and I have put them both into like a tape dispenser. All right, okay. So now I want my puppy to have the flowers, I think, in his mouth. So I'm just gonna glue it behind like that. Yeah, but I want the stem on here to be stronger. I should have done this beforehand, but I didn't. I want the stem to be stronger. So I'm gonna put, where's my scissors? Okay, I'm gonna cut the bottom of this off, and I'm gonna put adhesive on this little bit here because I want that stem to be strong. So I just wanted to make that stem thicker there. No one will ever see that. So it just made that stem, the bottom of the stem, thicker. I'll put some tape on there so it's smooth on the back. So that's stronger there. Okay, now let's glue these into the doggy's mouth. And by into the mouth, I'm just gluing it behind his snout. You could make it go in the mouth actually, but that sounds like a lot of work that I don't want to do right now. And I want that to stay, so I'm going to take some self-closing tweezers and just clamp it right on the two pieces and leave it like that while it dries. So look how cute that is. But as cute as it is, I think it'd be cuter if we made it swing. Okay? This will be easy, believe it or not. The next one, I don't know. Next one, I'm not sure if it'll work or not. Okay, background. Let's do the background. This is, what's this one called, Mike? The background with the paw prints?
Let me see what's about paw prints.
Paw prints.
Double card.
Clever. It's the paw prints double card front. This looks silly, right? The reason is, you can see all the paw prints are pointing up. You can take your cardstock and cut it this way, so you have a vertical card with the paw prints pointing up, or you can do it this way, so you have a horizontal card with the paw prints pointing up. Does that make sense? So you can cut it this way or this way, depending on your card. Now, this is one of my favorite things that Concord and Ninth does. They have stripes like this too. They have clouds. They have a few others, and I like that you have the option to do either way. You could use an action wobbler, that would be even easier, but I'm doing something different. I'm not doing wobbling, I'm doing more swinging from it. I don't know, we'll see. So you can see the texture. I'm gonna put this piece of Concord and Ninth Aqua Sky cardstock behind it. Probably my most used cardstock in the whole wide world, most used color. Yeah, Concord and Ninth is really genius when it, I've said this in videos before and I've demonstrated it too. They really spend a lot of time thinking about what is included in a die set. Like, you know, all the little dies here are all included, and they really maximize how many are in the set for the price you pay. I think there was a question. By the way, you just run this through like a regular die cut machine, or like a regular die. Will it make that noise when it swings? You bet your bottom dollar it will. Okay, so there, look at that pattern.
And if it doesn't, contact Greg at Concord.
Yeah, and if your card, when you swing it, doesn't make that noise, complain to Greg. I don't know why. Okay, so look at that. Isn't that fun pattern? We're not done with this yet. You need that die again. I just wanted to show that to you first. Now, I want to trim this down so that it isn't full card panel size. So I'm going to trim it down to be 4 by 5 1/4. So this will go onto a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch white note card. See? Okay, but I'm not done with it yet. All right, let's see. So here's my doggy. Oh, I like that on the aqua sky. Isn't that fun? Okay, so I want it to go right about there, but I want him to be able to swing because, you know, he's a dog. Why not? I don't know if a dog would be swinging, but whatever. You could also put an action wobbler behind it and it would wiggle, but I kind of, which would be great, but I kind of like the movement where it swings. You know what? Let me show you. Hold on. Where do you find when you do bulk die cutting the cardstocks? Yes, yes. Yes, if you do bulk die cutting, like a ton of die cutting, the cardstock will start to stick into the die. Some people have some tricks about things you can do to it so it doesn't stick, but I don't recommend them, like using wax paper and all that, because you don't want to mess with your dies. Instead, just have a piercing tool handy and pierce through the hole and it'll pop them out. Okay, so you could put an action wobbler behind this and it would shake around, but I'm going to make him swing instead. So I want to put, I haven't tried this, but I think it should work. Can you scroll? Okay, so the center point of this bouquet, like right about here. Don't ask me where the sentiment's going, I have no idea. I may not do a sentiment on the front. So I want it to be like that. So I'm going to put the center point of my bouquet is right about here, so I'm going to hold that there and put a little mark there, right at the background. Now for this you need a small circle die, tiny circle die, and I'll explain why in a moment. I have this little circle die, it's about 1/4 inch or so, and I'll place that right over that circle. So it's centered towards the topish. Maybe a little bit higher. There we go. Now I'm going to run that through. And again, for those of you who prefer cats, where did my cat go? You could put a cat on here. I'm actually going to use them both on the next card, but you could put a cat. Oh, that'd be cute. Put a cat on there. Hello, hello. Okay, so now I did a circle hole right there. Now, because I just used that circle to cut a hole, it flattened some of the piercing we did. So I'm going to re-pierce it. I should have done this first, cut this circle first, but you know. So I'm going to line this back up. Let's see if I can get it lined up, because I did cut it down. I shouldn't have done it this way. Hold please. Let me tape it back in. Yeah, some cats. Yeah, there's spinners. Pear Blossom Press has lots of cool things like spinners. Hi, Sue. I owe you an email. I know. Pear Blossom Press has lots of things like lights and spinners and stuff that are really fun if you like interactive. Yeah, the blue paper really makes it pop. Okay. Let's see if I lined it up okay. Looks like I did. Okay. Nope, I didn't. Fail. Let's redo that, shall we? Jennifer messed up. I'm going to start by cutting this down first. Rewind. Cut it down to 4 by 5 1/4. And remember, I wanted that circle cut right at the top center. So I'm cutting the circle first this time. You can be a cat and a dog person. Gina is. There we go. I'd be more of a cat person if I wasn't allergic. So what I did last time is I cut with this first, but then when I ran through cutting this circle, I didn't line it back up. See, it's fine, but I'm a perfectionist. So now I have the hole first. Then I can use this. Okay, and I'll run that through. This runs through just like a regular die. Would the slide on over dies from Lawn Fawn work? Probably, Isabel. Probably. I haven't used those in a while. Well, whether you're cat or dog, or both, this set, I like that both are included. Okay, so I have a hole there. See that? And my bouquet will cover it up. All right, next. You've probably seen me do this in videos. Where'd it go? Hold on. But I saw this product and I thought it was perfect for this technique. You need a penny. A penny. A penny or coin, something that is has a little weight to it. You could also use a washer. Some people get really bothered that I use a penny. So you could use a washer, although I'm wondering if a washer costs more than a penny. I don't know. But something that is flat with weight. And I'm on one side, I put pieces of double-sided adhesive and I'm just cutting the excess off. So you can see one side is covered with double-sided adhesive. Jennifer, when I go to Christina's house, I stay in the room where the cats don't go. And I drug myself. And I'm not that allergic to them. I wonder if menopause helped me, because sometimes your allergies change. It doesn't matter. Anyways, I have a penny with adhesive on one side. I'm going to remove the release paper from the back of it. And I will glue this penny onto the end of a cardstock strip. This cardstock strip is about the width of a penny. Width of a penny. I'll just place that on the bottom of that strip. What's that cover? Brianne, what happened? Why are you covering your eyes? Okay, so I just glued it to the bottom of the strip and now I'm just rounding those corners with my scissors. So I have a strip here that holds a penny on the bottom. It's longer than I need, but we're starting out here. Hi, Vicki. Do you think you could attach a dog but have them swing independently? Yeah, you could. It'd take a little extra work, but you could. Oh, I got out my... Brianne gets nervous when I get out a craft knife. Okay.
You're gonna cut stuff.
I'm gonna cut stuff. So the first thing I will do is, let's see, I'm gonna flip this over. So here's our background with the hole, flip it over. And this will hang down here, okay? And I'll flip it over so you can see. I want this to be I want to be able to put a strip of foam tape down there. And so I'm gonna cut this to be a little bit shorter. Doesn't need to be that tall, okay? So this little pendulum that I've made is 3.5 inches tall. So this is 3.5 inches, okay? Now, what we're gonna do is this will swing on the back, which will make this swing on the front. So I will start by taking the end of the pendulum. I'll flip it over. I'll take the end of the pendulum and put it right over that hole. See how I'm putting it right over the hole? Make sure the penny down here is about 1/2 inch from the bottom, so I have room for some foam tape. And then I will take some tape and just temporarily lay that down, okay? So it stays there, vertical. So underneath here is the hole, and the penny's down here. Now, I'm gonna flip this over, and I have this, the pendulum is showing right there. This is not taped to the back. I mean, it's not glued to the back. It's just taped there temporarily. Now, we need to put something in here with a little dimension. You could glue a small button in there. You could stack a bunch of small circle die cuts so it creates some thickness to it and glue that on there. But I'm going to cheat and use a foam circle. So I have this foam circle that is a bit smaller than the circle die I used. Can you see that? So the foam circle is actually sticking onto that pendulum back there. Let me see if you can see. So the foam circle is only touching that white strip on the back, the pendulum. All right, it's not touching that blue background. The blue background is aqua sky. All right, so this is vertical. Now, this is a foam tape. I'm going to take the foam tape, remove the release paper, and I will place my doggy how I want him to be, like in standing position. And I'll press that down, okay? So the only thing attaching this all to the front of the card is that little foam circle. Now, it's not gonna swing yet because it's taped on the back. Now watch. Greg should have been an engineer too. He's a graphic designer, but he could have been an engineer because he does, well, his whole team, they all do these well-designed die sets. So I remove the release paper and then watch. He swings back and forth because we have that pendulum with the weight swinging back and forth. So look at that. And when you take it out of the envelope, it'll move right away. And the sides of the foam circle are not sticky. Nope. So this is the only thing that's holding this element on the front and this element onto this card panel is the foam circle connecting them. All right. If you do not have a foam circle, you can also take foam tape and cut it into a circle-ish shape, or just find small circle dies and die cut maybe 6 or 7 of them and glue them together and glue that onto the top of the pendulum and on the back of your swinging element here. Okay. Next, we need to put this on a card base. Where did my card base go? This is not a card base. This is a card base. So this is going to go on here. We need to put yeah, he looks like he's kind of running, sort of ish. Let's put some foam tape on the back. So I am going to put it in its regular position. So this is vertical, right? I'm going to flip it over, and on this side, I'll put a little bit of tape so it stays in this position. It's basically its standing position. See that? Now we need to put foam tape around the pendulum, but not touching it. Yeah. The Link Ninja's here. Okay, so I'm using Altenew foam tape. I love their foam tape. It's really good quality. It comes in 2 thicknesses, and it comes in 3 widths. Oh dear. The widths are this one, and one that's bigger, and one that's smaller. I'm only putting foam tape around the outside edges. Yeah, I kind of played around with the time I was going live today. The best thing you can do to find out when I'm going live is to sign up for my text, because we send a text out right before I go live, a half hour before. And you know what? I have, let's see if I have any. Where did my 1/4 inch go? Here it is. Here's my 1/4 inch. I'm going to put...
Make the foam circles.
Oh, the foam circles, they're old. I bought hundreds of them long ago. EK Success or something. But you don't need to do... Oh, this is the thinner. Shoot. Grab the wrong one. Yeah, you could just die cut a bunch of circles and stack them together. I've also done this video, or this technique, with a small button, and you just glue the button on. Okay. Brian just put a link, sorry, thank you, Brian. Brian just put a link in the chat to how you subscribe to find out when I'm going live. You'll get a text, but I promise we do not take advantage of it, and I don't go live at crazy hours of the day for the US. Hang on, my card is a little wonky. Welcome. Okay. All right. Now, I want to put this on here. Let me make sure that's not going to touch. Yeah, that's not going to touch. Okay. And then remove the release paper. Now, here's a little trick. Yeah, the feathers would make a good shaker card too. Or you could do this, what I'm doing here, but make the tail feathers only move. Do you see where I'm putting all of these? Oh, okay. I just throw this to the side. This piece right here, you saw me double up because I actually grabbed the thinner foam tape. So I stacked 2 because this is all thicker foam tape. It's just what I grabbed, sorry. Oh, Scrapbook Adhesives sells circle. There you go. Okay, so this is all exposed foam tape here. I'm gonna put liquid adhesive on my exposed foam tape. Now this may seem silly, but the reason I'm doing this is if you put liquid adhesive on your foam tape and like smooth it out, blend it around, which you'll see me do with my finger in a moment, then you your foam tape has wiggle room because it has that liquid adhesive on it. So you don't have to get it just right the first time. So what I do is I just smear this around so that all of the exposed foam tape has liquid adhesive on it. The only reason I'm doing this is so when I place this down, I can wiggle it around thanks to that liquid adhesive. So I smear that around, and now I can pick this up, drop it, shh, don't tell anybody, and place this on the front of my card. And see, I can wiggle it because I have liquid adhesive on the back. Sorry, I'm gonna get in over the head. And then that will dry with the dimension, okay? Now I gotta clean up my mess. Yeah, I need the wiggle room too. Especially with something like this, you don't get a second chance really without having to take it apart. So I'm just gonna give that a second to dry. Now the sentiment, I'm gonna save the sentiment for later, but I'm not really sure. I might just put the thanks, has a little arch so you could stamp it, white heat emboss it on the belly, or I might put just a sentiment strip across this or right here. I'll probably save it for later. I probably will save the sentiment until I have a specific occasion. Yes, it's wiggle room. You need that wiggle time. Now, while that dries, another thing I'm gonna do is I have a really fine black pen. This is a Copic Multiliner 0.1. I'm gonna trace in, see there's these etched lines for the eye and the mouth. I'm gonna trace that in, okay? I'm gonna trace that in just so it stands out more. You don't have to do that, but I did. There you go. I feel like it stands out more. Be cute to do this from felt. If you're gonna do your cat or dog from felt, cut it from cardstock and felt and glue them together so that the felt isn't like flexible, you know? All right, so now let's remove this piece of tape and pray. There we go. Look at him. He dances. Cammy. Cammy. She's gonna kill me. My friend Cammy is here helping with her project. She can't hear me. I was gonna have her come in and see the cute dog. Isn't that cute? So here's the thing. When you take it out of an envelope, they're gonna see the movement. See how when you, like, if you pull it, you'll see that dog moves. It is very clear that it's gonna swing back and forth. Yeah, plush papers. ThermoWeb has plush papers. It's like flocked. That die cuts beautifully. You could use that here. Isn't that fun? So you can add a sentiment. I mean, a sentiment, you could add a sentiment here, here, across the bouquet, or on the dog. I'm not sure. I'm gonna leave it for now because I really want, hold on, squirrel. I really want to save it for when I have a specific occasion that I want to give it to someone for. I'm going to, I'll skip that for now, just to save time, because I have time for the other card that is going to be a struggle bus. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to skip the sentiment. I did that in my last live too. That's weird. But I'm thinking I'll add little tiny gemstone to the center of the flowers just for a little bit of interest. But what's really cool is Concord and Ninth has detail. The dies do details. See the details in the flowers? Isn't that cool? And then you've got the detail in the background. If you don't like the idea of the paw prints in the background, there is a die like this with clouds. So you could do clouds in the background. All right. I used a pretty thick foam tape there. Let me show you how thick it is. I don't remember what they call this foam tape, but you can see it's pretty thick. I think that helps with the movement, but if you don't have thick foam tape, you could double up to thinner foam tapes, like you saw me do with that one piece that I accidentally grabbed. The sentiment could go under the dog and shows when it swings. That's cute. Stamp it right there. And then when you open it, you don't see it. That's a good idea, Vicki. All right. So that is the first technique. The one that I know will work. The next one, I don't know if it'll work or not. We'll see. Do the bumps that the pokey tool gave make in the die ever bug me? No, those don't bug me. Those don't bug me. What a dainty collar, yeah. And there's also this cute little bow, so you could put a bow on him. And remember, there are spots and stripes and little details for the paw prints if you want, but my dog looks like that, so that's what I'm going with. And this cardstock color here happens to be Lawn Fawn paper bag. This foam tape. Mike, can you see what the two thicknesses of Altenew foam tape are? I think they're a 16th inch thickness and an 1/8 inch thickness. So I used an 1/8 for this, but it's up to you. You can try using less foam tape and see if you still get that swing. You should. Okay, and this will stand up nicely on display.
1/8 and 16th.
1/8 and 16th. So I used the 1/8 inch here. 16th inch is a little bit thinner. Oh, thank you. My nails. All right. Okay, there we go. Yeah, Vizslas are cool, but Vizslas are a lot of work. They have energy. We wanted high energy dogs, and we got our first one, which was named Roxy, when Ken and I first got married. And Roxy had energy, but she was a great dog. She was wonderful. When Roxy died, we got Foxy, who is the most chill dog, which is unusual for a Vizsla. And we thought, this is easy. We've had 2 good Vizslas. Let's get Abaco. And that is when God said,
Snake eyes.
haha. Thank you, Rachel. That is when God said, you pushed it. And Abaco is a nutcase. She's crazy. That's one way to put it. Okay, for my next card, hear me out. I'm gonna do balloons. And I could do the exact same technique, but I'm not going to. Abaco, yeah, then Abaco. Sometimes I call her Regret, but then that wouldn't be good because she's the cutest dog you've ever seen. She's so cute. Her ears are so big, she gets ear infections all the time because
She's smart as heck.
And she's trouble. Anyway, she doesn't do anything but annoy you. That's all she does. Okay, so I think this time I'm going to do a cat and a dog together holding balloons. I have no idea if it'll work, but we're going to try it. Then I could use, let me show you what you could do using the exact same technique. So let me tell you, in case the technique I'm about to try bombs, this is what you could do. Somebody said their neighbor had a Vizsla and what?
Your brother has 3 Vizslas.
Oh my gosh, 3. Oh. Yeah, no, my next will be a golden retriever. Okay, now if you wanted to do this same technique but with balloons, you have 2 different balloon dies here, the circle and the heart. I glued some together already, and they're not here. Where'd they go? I already glued some together. I swear I did. What the heck? Oh well, I'll glue new ones together. Anyway, you could make like a bouquet of balloons, and then this right here cuts balloon strings. So see those balloon strings? The circle at the top is where you glue your balloon to it. Let me show you. So you glue your balloon to this, and you would have balloons with little strings hanging down. Oh, come on. See that? Come on. There we go. All right. And then you would glue the ends of the balloon strings onto your dog, and these would be balloons. This would be your dog. Same idea. You can do the exact same idea. But I wanted to try something different, and I think it might go terribly wrong. So keep in mind you could do that instead. Okay? The balloon strings are awesome. Yes, these balloon strings make it easy. So please know, what I'm about to try is probably going to be really complicated and ridiculous. But if you want simple, do the exact same thing here, but there would be balloons, balloon strings connecting to your cat or dog. And you could do the same thing. This whole set is called Pet Pals from Concord and 9th, and there's a stamp set that works with it too. I love the Your Possum. You know, in fact, this one right here, you could not put a sentiment on the front and do You're a Possum on the inside, or You're Perfect. Up to you. Sorry things have been rough. Oh, that's a good one too. Mike loves, yeah, Scrappy Cat, you're right. Mike loves puns in stamp sets. He loves them. Okay, let's crash and burn. How's that? Let's take 3 balloons. I have no faith with this. Let's see, what balloons do I want to do? I want bright. I'm doing the same colors again. I think let's do these 3 together. So that's Brickyard, Wildberry, and Watermelon. Oh, I know where they are. I prepared things ahead of time. I forgot. Let me show you. So I took those individual balloons and I glued them together, just kind of staggered. All right. Now I also taped some string to the back. So let me hold this up so you can really see it. So I taped the end of some silver string on the back of each balloon. And then it's hard to see, but this was drying. Right here, I put a drop of Gina K Connect liquid adhesive and it's dried. Right here, I put some liquid adhesive and it's dry, and right here, I put some liquid adhesive and it's dry. The reason I put that liquid adhesive there is so the strings would come out the bottom of the balloons nicely. See that? Okay. Let me remove this tape here, because I don't need to. I'm just gonna leave it there. Because this time this will get glued onto my card. Okay, so I've got these strings hanging down. I don't know if this is gonna work. Let's see. Yeah, I like that aqua sky. I'm gonna stick with that again. I'm gonna trim this down. I did an aqua sky panel off screen, and I already have used the paw print background. Let's see here. Let me trim this down to be 4 by 5 1/4 inches. Oh yeah, it's hard. Allergies are unfair. My cat allergy, I think, used to be much worse. Lila's is terrible. Terrible, terrible. Okay. This is an aqua sky panel where I used the paw print die, and I've cut it down to 4 by 5 1/4 inches. Now here's my idea. We're gonna try this. I want balloons up here. I want balloons up here, and I want the cat and dog to be holding onto the balloons, and then they move freely, but the balloons stay put. There are a few ways to do this. I'm going to try the harder one. How's that? Background color is aqua sky. Isn't that great? It's a happy, like darker sky color. If the highlighter tape also rips it, have you tried the Scotch removable? Any kind of highlighter tape is really what works well. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to be bold, and I'm going to glue those balloons up there. Who knows? I'm sorry. There's nothing like losing a dog. Oh, it's the worst. Or a cat, a pet. Because you don't know how they're feeling. Oh, it's just, okay, we're going to do this. Are we all being brave with me? Here, watch. This is what you do with release paper. You just throw it. Okay. And then you scoop it onto the floor. I'm going to put balloons up here. I have 3 balloons up there with my strings, 3 strings hanging down. Okay. I want my cat and dog to work together. So we're going to glue them together. Where did I put my glue? Ah, here it is. This does sound super difficult, Tammy. Yeah, I don't know. I want the cat to be right next to the dog. Like, how about we do the cat kind of, I think I want it like that. Like they're running together. The cat and the dog. Let me hold that up. Look at them. So it's Abaco and Kevin. Christina's Kevin. And on the back here, that's good. We're just gonna leave it. So now those are glued together. All right. Now I shouldn't have done it that way, but okay. Now let's see, I'm gonna have it look like the strings are tied to Abaco's collar. We're gonna go with this, just go with it with me. First, I will take these 3 strings here. And I'm gonna wrap a little piece of tape around them right here, just to connect them. I could do a knot, but that sounds difficult. So I'm just gonna tape these together. So now they're like, see, it's like one now. One balloon would have been a lot easier here. See how it's connected with tape? Might not be low enough, but let me see if I can move that down. Nope, it's gonna stay there. It's gonna stay there. Let's try this. Okay, now I want these strings to come out like the back of his collar. So I'm gonna take, and this is all Scotch tape I'm using here. This is where Jennifer doesn't know what's gonna happen. Andy, I got your pumpkin card. It's sitting by my, above my kitchen sink. Thank you. Andy, you're here in time to watch Jennifer crash and burn. Okay, so I've got this little, I don't know if you can see it, that little piece of tape, taping these 3 strings together. I'm gonna flip my dog over and have this kind of come out from, I'll hold it up, hold on. Let's see. So see how on the back of the dog, it's kind of coming out from like its neck. So when I flip it over, let's see, he's kind of, those strings are kind of coming out from his collar. I can make it look tied on later. Okay, so see how it's just kind of see how it's there? Okay, now I want those to be kind of loose. Now I'm going to trim, let's next trim off, we don't need all this string. I'm going to trim it all except one. It'll be easier to work with one. So I'm cutting one of those strings short and another string short, and the other, there's one long string here coming out the bottom of our cat and dog. Okay? Do you see that? One long string. Aren't they cute together? I agree. This is Concord and Ninth. Okay, so now, just bear with me. Bear with me. I'm going to put, the dog and cat I want to be right about there. I'm going to put a hole behind where they would be. I'm going to pierce a hole. Let's do it like right there. So I just pierced a hole in my background. I'm going to take this string. Yeah, I could move this. I can move the balloons. I can move the balloons, but this is where they are right now. I could move them, but I'm not going to. So this one long string is going through that hole I just poked on the front of my card. Okay? Then I'm going to make it so there's a little bit of slack. See that little bit of string there that I just put through the hole? There's about a ½ inch of string from behind the dog to through the hole. Put a piece of tape back here. I may have to move it, we'll see. So now, see how he can move a little bit free? Let me check. Let me keep playing. There, that's what I want. Okay, so let me put a little piece more tape back here. I'm going to put a little more tape. I'm going to do this first. Hold, please. Okay, taking that out of the hole. This, I want the strings to more come out of, a little bit more up. So I'm going to put like behind his ears. Let me see if that works. I'll put a little tape to make it come out behind the ears. So there's just a little piece of tape, so the strings kind of come up from behind the ears. Yeah, I think that might work better. Now, I can put this string through that hole, pull it tighter, but leave a little bit of slack back there. Let's see what happens. Nope, nope. I need it coming out the front. Change that. I'll show you what I do once I figure it out. I'm picky. I'm a picky. Have it come more out of his... You know what I know it should come from? I'm removing all this. I want it to come out of his paw. So I just took that tape off. I shouldn't have. I'm going to tape those 3 strings back together. Remember, one is still long, the other 2 are short. So it's there. Same as before. Okay, now I want this to go between his paws. So it comes out of his paws. And that will kind of hook it there too. I'm going to tuck that between his paws, the 3 strings between his paws. And then put the tape on the back. Let's see if that works better. Hi, Cammie. Cammie, you want to see a swinging dog card? Hold on. Okay, let me see if this works. Here's the swinging dog card, see? Cammie's here helping me organize my card stock, because Cammie, how clean is my craft room here?
It's beautiful.
Thanks, liar. All right, let me put this through. I'm gonna see. I could put it in his mouth. We're just playing around here, because again, yeah, I kind of like this. No, I think his mouth might be it. Let me think. It needs a wiggle room. Nope. Okay, I'm gonna go back to, I don't know what I'm doing, Cammie. You're here to watch me crash and burn.
I'm going to leave so you don't?
Nah, I don't mind. Let's try just coming out from around his mouth.
So I get to watch it.
Mike gets to watch instead. And so do, how many people are here?
A bunch.
A few other people. Okay. All right. So this is kind of coming out of his mouth a bit. We'll see. The long string I'll put in. Do you all see where I'm going with this? I'm just kind of controlling him, because I could just let the cat and dog swing on their own, but then they could flip over. I don't want them to flip over. Okay, they're hanging too low, so let me tape down some more. I'm just shortening the strings. All right. Yeah, some people always ask, like, do cards come easy to me? No. No, I just usually don't do this live for people to watch.
You're saying you like watching the thought process.
Yeah, no. I usually try to do this ahead of time so that you don't feel like your time is wasted, like it is right now. Okay, so let's see if I have a little slack in there. There, I like that. Hold on. Oh, he's still... Let me tape it back here and see what happens. So I'm putting a little slack in this string that I'm taping on the back. Yeah, I think it needs a little tighter. And then I'll show you. Once I get it right, I'll show you. It kind of works. I might put something back there to control it. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Okay, so you can see there's a little slack there between the strings that I tied at the top, or taped behind it from the top to the back. I'm putting another little piece of tape on there because it's peeling up. Oh, there we go. See how they kind of hang on there? I'll show you another way to make it even better.
This needs to be 2 dogs.
Yeah, it should be 2 dogs, I know, but Cammie's a dog person. Okay, let me cut this off the back. Okay, so do you see what's happening? 3 strings come down to the dog's mouth, okay? Then there's this one string that goes through that hole in our background. Let me see if you can see it there. And it keeps that cat and dog from flipping. Another thing I could have done, oh, now I think about it. I could have made my cat and dog 2-sided. I could have made my cat and dog 2-sided. That would have been good, because then if it flips, it's okay.
The cat would be hidden.
Well, you could put a cat on both sides, see?
Yeah.
Oh, she wants to hide the cat. Why don't you wrap the strings around their bodies? I totally could wrap the strings around their bodies. I just thought it'd be a lot of fussing. So I can add the look of string around his neck very easily, which I could do now. But let me try one more thing. Let me see about this. I'm wondering, I need a dime. I don't have a dime because a dime's smaller. You might see this through here. So a dime would be better. But I'm thinking about putting some weight towards their belly. Maybe. Hold on. I'm just trying this. Let's put some weight behind here. There you go. Oh, I like that. So I put it, see how he kind of moves around, they move around freely and hanging? I put a penny on the back of the cat and the dog towards their lower abdomen. And it just puts some weight back there. Now you can kind of see the penny, so I need to go back and put a dime. But isn't that cute how it just kind of, they move around on there? Now I can also, let me see if I can make it look like the strings are, oh, this could go really bad. What I could do is have some strings hanging out here. I'm going to take this silver string. I'm doing 3 pieces of silver string, and I'll tape the top together. This is where Jennifer's overthinking. Yes, I could wrap those strings around his neck or whatever, but I'm going to have it kind of come down, like, let's see, kind of out of his mouth. So I just have, I could have cut like a slit in his mouth or glued it between the layers, but man, my scissors are dumb. I can take these strings and have them taped. So see, they're coming down. That's a good idea. Hold please, Jennifer's gonna do surgery. You could cover it with a bone. Yes, there's lots of things you could do here. Jennifer's doing mouth surgery on a, no, I'm not gonna do it. I don't wanna mess up my dog. He's so cute. Ah, there he is. Okay, she's going in. Have people left? Have they ditched me yet? Because I would. I'm lifting his snout. So see, I lifted his snout between the 2 layers. And I'm going to take this little bit of string, these little 3 strings, and glue it in between those layers. So it's coming out of his mouth. Because Jennifer is crazy. So I could have had the string, put the string in here before I assembled everything. But you know, I wasn't thinking clearly. So now the strings are coming out of his mouth. They're in the cat's eyes, so we'll trim the string a little bit. Man, my scissors are dull. Cammie's laughing. She's never seen me craft. Okay, so let me do that. Okay, you're still here. Okay, here we go. So now the string, see the strings are coming out of his mouth too. Look at him. Okay, so that was worth it to me. That was worth it to me. Now another option is to put the balloons, I might add some more balloons to it. Just, yeah.
Do the dies work so they face the other direction, I guess?
Yes, you could, see, you can glue make 2 cats and have one be backwards. So you could have dogs face to face. So that if this flipped, if it was just hanging and not attached to the back, if it flipped, it would be okay. But I'm going to add some more balloons in here. Because who doesn't want more balloons? I know there's not, don't come at me because there are not that many strings. I'll get mad. Don't say it, Cammie.
I noticed it.
Cammie's not a crafter. Don't you say that, you people. You will not. She doesn't make cards. She doesn't know.
Sometimes do.
You do? Okay, well, you don't do this insanity like I'm doing, which I don't recommend anyways. So.
I'm very jealous.
Okay, so there we go.
Gonna need a lot
There.
more string there.
Bigger than
The peanut gallery. No, I'm cutting it off the top. Here's my scissors. Here's my scissors. Okay.
Peanut gallery is feeling bold.
oh, come on.
Does that make sense? So like this. Now this gets glued up here. Okay. Hi, vey. You people. So glue on the front of my white note card. It's 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches. And I will lay that down. And look at that. See?
Don't.
At the beginning of the video, I showed the difference between the 2 dog die cuts. One, you can see these 2 dies here are different. Let me show you. These 2 die cuts are different. If you look, this one has the face and 1 ear. This has 2 ears. So when you glue them on top, you get the additional layer of the paws and the ears. Okay, so there, look at that. Oh, I love it. Now, finishing this off, I would do a birthday sentiment right here, or celebration sentiment. You could do hip hip hooray right here, and then I would do like some confetti, some little iridescent stars scattered around. See how that works? So, yes, I made that complicated because I wasn't sure what I was going to do, but I think you might have gotten the gist. Basically, there's a little string behind that die cut that's connected to the back of that panel, which keeps the cat and the dog from flipping over. Another thing we could have done, but I didn't think of it before, is just have the balloons with the strings hanging down and have the cat and the dog freely moving around. They could flip by putting die cuts on both sides, so both sides would look pretty, and you would just sandwich the string ends between it. So that's another option. The other option is what I did at the beginning, this one here, where I did the pendulum to make them move around. And in that case, I wouldn't, instead of using the string, I would use the real string, I would use the string die cuts. So it would be connected. So you could do either way with the balloons or the, look at that. It's the little things. It's the little things. So all I need to do is add a sentiment. I might add some other little, like I think Abaco's going to get a bow on her neck, on her collar, because you can't see her little tag. And the little stars, scattered iridescent stars. Do another one, that was fun. Yeah, I'm out of steam. But there's a lot of different products that would work with this. So if you have other critters, you could have them swing like that. Action wobbler would be great too. You could put an action wobbler behind this flower bouquet and it would, action wobblers make things shake. Let me see if I can find one and I'll show you real quick what an action wobbler is. Mike, can you add mini action wobblers to the supplies? I'll just put one on a flower just so you can see. This is a mini action wobbler. It is a spring that flattens, okay? Where did her name come from? Oh, Abaco. Abaco is named after an island in the Bahamas. Abaco. Foxy's named after a beach bar in the Caribbean. That's where we got those names. All right, so this is an action wobbler. You remove the release paper on one side and stick it to the back of your element. In this case, for this card, I would put it behind the bouquet and then this would all move. Here you could just do an action wobbler behind here and still connect them to the top. It's up to you. But I'm just putting it behind a flower so you can see. Then you remove the release paper from the other side and you stick it to cardstock. So now, see how it wiggles and shakes and it pops up. So if you can see from the side, it flattens to go through the mail and pops up and wobbles a lot. But you can see it's like if the card is still, you have to kind of wobble it. These I feel like move just with the movement of the card. You open the card. So there's just a few options there that I shared. A cloud background die. Yes, this paw print background die comes in clouds too, and stripes and hearts. There's also one that's repeated hearts. So whether you make a vertical or horizontal card, it won't be upside down or sideways, I guess you would say. All right. Yeah. And listen, you don't have to make them interactive. You could just glue these down to a card, but yeah. So basically what I ended up doing is I have the 3 strings tied to the back of his head, and then I made it so 3 little strings come out of his mouth. I could have made that one piece, I just didn't know it at the time. And then I put a penny right back here behind it so that that weight helps to keep them moving nicely. So in both cases, the penny gives the weight to swing and move nicely. Oh, that's fun. All right. There are ways to create wobblers with fine wire to save money. Okay. That you could also do that. Yep. All right. So those were the two cards, but I thought I would open, at the beginning I talked about the crafted from Concord and Ninth. I haven't opened mine yet. So I think I'll open them. And then we'll do some giveaways. How's that? Where's that giant? Cami, do you mind handing me that giant box? So Concord and Ninth sent me, thank you. Look at this giant box. I haven't opened it yet. So Concord and Ninth sent me this giant box. It's too big for the camera. But in it is, oh, Merry Craftmas. Oh, that's so cute. In it is their new crafted line. So I talked about this at the beginning of the video briefly. Concord and Ninth has started another venture called Crafted. It does not replace their normal Concord and Ninth products. Crafted is not really card making stuff. It's other DIY stuff or other things you can craft for fun with other people, give as a gift, or just, you know, home decor kind of stuff. So let's open this up. Mike shared some images at the beginning. Mike, can you share the, oh my gosh. What is all this?
Looks like the 12 days.
Am I supposed to be opening this on screen?
Probably product.
I don't know that I'm supposed to be opening these. Oh, I could get in trouble. Look at these. This is cute. Should I text Greg first before opening these?
Yeah, whatever. We'll get it.
I'm going to keep this string, but I don't have a lot of time, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this. I can still use this, or this ribbon. I can use it on cards. This would look nice just stretched across the back of a card. I don't know what's in here. I'm going to open it off to the side so I don't get into trouble. Hold on. Oh, what is that?
I think each one is one of the products. Can you see?
Is that on their website?
No.
So I don't know that I should be opening this on here. Greg, are any of these okay to open? Like, are any of these the crafted? Should I call Greg? Let's call Greg.
They can text me.
I'm gonna call him. Because let's see, hold on, I'm gonna call him. You're all gonna hear me. Let's hope he answers. Because he might not. Okay. I'm gonna put him on speaker.
There are 12 items. Somebody said it was 12.
Yeah, it's 12 days of Christmas, but I thought some of it would be crafted stuff. Okay. Oh, this is. Okay, good.
Hey,
Hi,
how's it going?
I'm live. Sorry.
You're live?
I'm live, and so are you.
Oh, hey, everybody.
Some are gifts, some are kits.
So, okay, I was opening the box, and I didn't know if it's some are gifts and some are kits. I didn't know if I.
Summer gifts and summer kits, yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if I was allowed to open it all online.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
I mean, some of the things are, kits are just fun little gifts.
Okay.
12 days of craftsmanship. 7 of those.
Yeah.
7 of those are like the actual kits themselves, and then the other 5 things are just fun little things.
Okay.
And I'm gonna spoil one of them. One of them is locally made candy from Jolly's Corner, and they're really good. And
That one.
yeah, so
Which number is that one?
Yeah, Mike is wanting to know which number that is. He'll find it.
Good question.
Okay, well then I'm going to keep opening these.
Yeah, you should open all of them.
Thank
So-
you.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem.
I just barely left the office to go grab some food real quick.
Oh, well,
Thought I missed it.
enjoy
I'm glad you
breakfast. Enjoy breakfast. Thank you so much.
called me. Yes. We'll see ya.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Okay, sorry about that. So this is one of the crafted kits. This is the Splendid Spruce. And Concord and Ninth had come out with a die a long time ago that made pieces like this. And I made a ton of Christmas trees with them. But the nice thing about this kit is they're all cut for you. So you just follow the instructions. So this comes with it. It'll make this tree like this. And all you have to do is the QR code here, and it'll pull up written instructions and video instructions. So basically, what we're going to end up doing is there's these little spacers which you put on here and you add all the different layers and you end up with a tree like that. So what they offer is you can buy this kit which you assemble, or you can buy this kit and give it as a gift for somebody else to assemble because they don't need really anything else. It tells you this is for the trunk. Okay, so this goes on first to make the trunk brown instead of white. It comes with glue, so they don't even need glue. And it's all in here. So the other thing they have, I explained at the beginning, is called gathering kits, where you can buy like several of these and then invite friends over and have like a making party together. So that's one. Let's see what else we got here. I don't know which of these are kits. I'm going to regret opening all this.
What fabric is that?
It feels like paper. Felt like. I did a whole video. I don't know sorry for the noise. I did a whole video. I don't know if Brienne can find it, but I did a video on making trees like that using their dies, but Greg's calling. Uh-oh. Hello?
Hey, are you busy right now?
What did you say?
Are you busy right now?
Not at all.
Why don't you give away, let's give away like 3 or 4 kits from Crafted.
Which ones?
They can choose.
Okay.
So just choose four winners and we'll ship them out to them. So just get their email and and shipping address, and we'll ship them one of whatever kit they want.
Wonderful. Can you all hear him? I hope you can all hear him. Thank you, Greg. We'll do that.
Thank you.
I'm just opening the Holiday Lane one, which I love.
Oh,
So
that one is so fun.
that's the first one I'm going to start with. All right, I'm going to go back to this. Oh, good. I'm glad you can
All
hear.
right.
Bye, Greg. Bye. Okay, this is how we roll. Okay, so this one makes these little houses. Okay, and again, there are written instructions and videos too. And you can get like the battery powered little candles to go inside, so it flickers through the windows. So here, it's all made from Concord and Ninth colors of cardstock, but this is like chipboard. It's nice and thick, okay? So these are good size. There are some gemstones, there's foam tape and liquid glue in here. So it seems like you have what you need. And then there's even pre-die cut little things to add to the houses. And I'll probably assemble this and then I'll add even more to it. Maybe put little pom-pom snowmen out in front. So you can put those, these would look nice on a mantle. So that's one. And if you couldn't hear Greg, I don't know if you could hear him or not, he said that we can pick 4 winners at the end of this live. And those 4 winners will get to pick one of these crafted kits and they'll send it to you. Yeah, Brian, he did say, let's give away 3, so pick 4 winners. Whatever. That's okay. That's Greg. Greg texted, we were like both a mess this morning trying to get things together. And he texted me, he said, between the 2 of us, we might make a whole person, which is questionable. All right, this one's also neat. This is a garland. And look at all this garland. So it gives you the string, all of these pieces, which would be awful to die cut yourself. And it teaches you how to curl, give them a little bit of curl using the shaping tool. And then there's these pieces with beads to make the pine cones that hang from it. Isn't that fun? This one I might do in video. But everything you need to put these together is here. Okay, so this is the Pinecone and Sprig. That's another one of the kits. Let's see what this one is. So, for your chance to win one of the kits at the end of this, that's trash, Mike. For your chance to win one of these kits, leave a comment in the chat. Okay, so this one's fun too. This is called the Beaded and Bright Garland. So this has felt pom-poms. I like those colors. And beads, wood beads and string and everything else to make a garland like this. This would be fun kind of laying in front and around those little houses. Isn't that fun? Or you can have this kind of, how do you call that, kind of along that garland I just showed you, kind of hanging along with it. How many more kits am I finding in here? This is, yes, along a mantle would be good. How many more kits are there, Mike? There's 2 more trees. Is there anything else that I haven't opened? Sorry for the noise. And if you are watching this on replay, we will do a giveaway. I'm starting to do one giveaway for people who leave comments in the replay. And I'll talk about that at the end. Okay, so this is another tree. This is Peaceful Pine. This one creates a tree this tall as this box. So the other one was bigger. This is a bit smaller, and it's different color. This is, looks like artichoke or maybe artichoke cardstock. So there's that one. So there's different price points for the tree, and I think there is a kit that sells all of them together. You can see my floor over here. I'm going to regret this because I'm going to come home from my craft retreat to all this. No, you're not. All right. This is the forest fir, so this is the smallest of the tree, okay? So you have the big, the medium, and the small. So they look well together. What are you doing? Oh, he's looking for the candy. All right, now let me see which one I haven't found yet. Because there are a bunch of boxes here, and I don't know which one it is. He found the candy, I think. That might be all of them. Yeah. Oh, no. There's one. Oh, dear. How do I find it? All right. We don't know which one it is. I'm trying to feel. Oh, this might be it. This one feels like it. Yeah. Yeah. Concord and 9th is very generous. I'll tell you one time, it was one of my, no.
Oh, this one's a gift.
Oh, is it a Christmas candle or something? Okay, one time I was filming a live for a video using Concord and 9th products. This was early on because I've been using their products from the beginning. And I texted Greg in the morning and I said, I'm having so much fun with these products. There's no way I'm gonna have time to cook dinner. And so you're gonna have to apologize to my family, just joking. Next thing you know, the doorbell rings and there's a guy there with a stack of pizzas. He had pizza delivered to me because I said I wouldn't have time to cook. That was a long time ago. Okay, these are the Woodland Reindeer, and these have Concord and 9th's popular champagne cardstock, which isn't silver, it isn't gold, it's a nice in-between, and I use it a lot. And these Woodland Reindeer assemble like this, so you can put them around the trees. Looks nice with the trees. All right, so that is the last one. So those are all the different kits they have, but you can buy a bundle of them, or you can do the gathering packs. Let me see how the gathering packs. So you pick your kit, you can order in bulk and get everything you need. They also have party decor ideas there, some seasonal treats, and some tablescapes on how you can arrange these. Yeah, I don't know where the candy is. The candy is a gift for me. Did you find it? The candy is a gift for me, but I don't think they sell it. I think they just had it made. Keep putting my scissors down. Let's see if I can find the candy. Some people are curious. Mike's curious. This doesn't sound like candy. Let's see. Nope, this is, oh, that's cute. It's a little bag. These are just gifts that he sent. Oh, that's cute. I wonder if they sell those bags, because they're cute. This doesn't feel like candy. Maybe it is. I should ask him what number the candy's in. Yeah, the houses are great. Okay, let's see if this is the candy. There's the candy. Oh. Oh. These look good. There you go, Mike. They're like the lifesavers that are soft. Now I'm chewing in my mic, sorry. Okay. so that's crafted. That's crafted. Okay. If you haven't left a comment in the chat, do so now. In a couple minutes, Mike's going to pick 4 winners. Actually, yeah, 4. We'll do 4 winners. And the 4 winners, Greg said he would send one of these crafted by Concord and 9th kits of your choice to you. So if we call your name, you'll just have to email me through my website and we'll get your address and connect you with Concord and 9th. Yeah, there are a couple more boxes, but I'm not going to open those right now. Have something as a surprise. Also at the beginning of this live, if you weren't here, I did also talk about the winter retreat that's coming in the end of January. Highly recommend those events. Anybody who's taken a Concord and 9th event will agree there's just so much fun to it and camaraderie. It's just a great way to build community and great projects. And the products in the event are exclusive to the event. They won't be sold other times. And the link to that is at the top of my YouTube description. And the below that in the YouTube description is a link to the Crafted site where you can get these kits. If you are watching this on replay, I will pick one winner 1 week from today, roughly, and add that into the top of the YouTube description. And that person will win a Crafted kit from me, okay? Because I wanted there to be a giveaway for people who aren't here during the lives. All right, so to be eligible for that giveaway, you just leave a comment on this video when it's over. I know, cutting that ribbon. No, I'm keeping the ribbon because I can take this and stretch it across a card. I know I should have just untied them, but it was going to take too long in a live. I can still use it. See, it's long. I can use it on a small present. Okay.
You don't have no patience. Yeah.
No, I have no patience. Also, I want to go see Lila. She's home. Do you have 4 winners by any chance?
No, not yet.
Oh.
I was eating the candy.
He's eating candy. Okay, while he eats candy, I'll open another one. Do you guys have any questions, or while he picks the 4 winners, do you all have any questions? One here. I'm just seeing what the next present is. Ooh, look at these nice scissors. Those I could use in my photos for my cards. Those are nice. Those are like real scissors, not crafty scissors like for this. And then there was winter pine room spray. Oh, and a crafty hat. Anyway, okay. All right, so he's picking those winners. I will be live again on, I believe, Wednesday. No. To Wednesday, probably Wednesday, but I think it's going to have to be a little bit earlier because I have a flight that night. All right. Any questions? Hit me up with the questions. Yes, Kimberly, you're right. Oh, can we see the floor, please? I'll take a picture. I'll take a picture and hold it up to the camera. And see if you can see it. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see my floor? There's my floor. It's common. It's common around here. I will share what I make with the Peacock bundle. I'm hoping to use it this weekend. Hoping. Am I going to go live with Gina? I'm going to see Gina, but I don't know if we'll go live tomorrow. I doubt it because we both need a break. Do you have any houses as dies as well for the... Oh, if you liked those house crafted kits, they do have house dies. So you could kind of make your own with the dies, but these like pop up and assemble nicely. How long have I been stamping? 20 some years? 20 some years? I've been doing this, I started in scrapbooking about 23 years ago, and then I moved on to card making shortly, about 18 years ago. I moved to card making thanks to Hero Arts. Okay, do you have any winners, Mike?
Yeah.
Okay, he finally has winners.
Sorry, I'm going low, so.
Oh, he's diabetic and he's low. That's why he's eating all my candy. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I can
Good.
pick them out.
Do you have any?
Yeah.
Okay. First winner.
Nancy Carpenter.
Nancy Carpenter. Nancy, go to my website and click Contact Me and email me your information, your address and such, and I'll give that to Concord and Ninth. And you can actually just email me and I'll connect you with Concord and Ninth, and then with them you can pick which one you want. Who else? Nancy Carpenter.
Connie Gibson.
Connie Gibson. Connie Gibson is the second. No, I don't scrapbook anymore. No. Third winner?
Okay, I'm a little behind here. Regina Park.
Regina Park is Nancy. Yeah, good. Regina Park, was it? Is the third winner, and he's about to pick the fourth winner.
I know.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. There's somebody, Disney Mama.
Disney
Oh,
Mama?
that one, yeah.
Disney Mama. Disney Mama is the fourth winner. So if you all
That's the third
email...
one. Hold on.
No, that was the fourth. That was four. Yeah, Mike's low, so this is how it goes. So that is those are the four winners. Email me through my website and you'll get to pick out a crafted kit that Concord and Ninth will send you. I think that's it for today. I'm gonna go up and see Lila and then pack up to go see my crafty friends. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments and the comments below when this video is over, and I will try my best to answer them. And that's it. You good, Mike?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you all for being here, and I hope to see you next Tuesday or Wednesday. Bye-bye.
Oh, now I'm really behind.
I've lost them. You need more candy, Mike.
Yeah. All right.
Bye, all.